Hey everyone, I'm going to be recording today's unboxing from a hotel. And this is going to be the Meffert's treasure chest, and it's kind of interesting. They sent it to me in this kind of ribbon to hold the box together, which, you know, I'm all for. I'd rather get this a day earlier than have to wait for another day before they get the tape restocked. So let's see if I can just get this undone. There we go. Oh, interesting little box that came along with it. Well, I'm not sure if these are old boxes or not, but I think they make good packaging. You know, I don't really care how I get the cube. And here it is. So it looks like they give it to me in the little flower pattern, or center switching pattern, so that it doesn't come apart. So, seems pretty decent for now. So let's get this out of the pattern. And okay, so the top part should just come off. There it goes! Okay, let's see what they have inside. So it looks like it's just a little plastic jewel that they put inside it. So, and the top part? Yeah, the top part does come apart, so you will have to be careful about that when opening it up. Okay, so I will start playing around with this, and by the time I get home, I should be able to have a good review planned out. And at the end of the video, you'll be able to see just what I would put in this thing. Alright, so far, I really like this cube a lot, but it does turn a bit on the rough side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some lubrication, and I'm going to be careful not to, like, lubricate, you know, the insides or even the edges. I'm just going to lubricate down inside these little notches so that hopefully, you know, when you open it up, you don't get sticky or anything. Alright, and let's work it all in. Oh yes, large improvement already. Yes, the puzzle has definitely improved from it, and I barely put any in, so yeah, it's turning quite nicely now. But one thing I was a little worried about lubricating this puzzle is when you take the top off, if it will fall apart at all. No, if you're careful. Yeah, if you're careful, you know, it doesn't hold together quite as easily as before, but, you know, if you just take it off, just kind of hold it gently, you know, just use a little bit of common sense, it works very nicely. There we are. Alright, so I'm going to give you just 2 complete solves, just so that you guys can get a nice feel of how this puzzle turns and everything. Okay, that should be enough. Oops. the little mosaics are a little tough to get used to. Totally screwed up on an F2L pair there. It'll still take a little getting used to, actually. You know, how easy this turns now. Oops. Ah! Totally screwed up on that. G-perm. It's a little tougher because it's a little, it's not, you can't just do the quick finger tricks on it, so. But anyway, I think you guys get the idea. So, now let's look at the actual mechanism. And it almost reminds me of the Void Cube mechanism, just how all the pieces lock together here. It's a little, yeah, it's a bit different than the pieces from it, but it has the same concept with locking the pieces together and such. So you can see that the pieces, they just kind of slide into place. And even with just 2 pieces, you cannot pull them apart. They can only be slid apart like that. And here I'll show you how the pieces that unlock from each other works. So let me get that one out of there. It's a bit tricky to get those out. And this edge is the blue-pink one here, so it should just fit right on there. Yeah, just slides right past the barrier. So that's how the rest of the pieces work. They just slide right through the notches. And each of them has a different pattern on them to ensure that no other pieces can fit through them. It's really an ingenious mechanism. And if you're interested in taking this puzzle completely apart, it's really rather a pain to put back together because each piece has to be kind of slid out to fit in the next one. So yeah, you can take the lid off and maybe one or two pieces like I did, but I wouldn't recommend doing anything more than that because it can be a bit tricky. So what would I put in this cube? Well, I would take a mini 3x3 with the cube and a cube and a cube pattern and put it in the cube. I think that is rather appropriate. Then we would just fit it on top, but oh wait, oh grr, it doesn't fit. I thought for sure it would. Man, now I'm just gonna have to find a smaller 3x3. But, oh well, I'll have to do that later on. But overall, I think this is an awesome cube. You can get it from the link in the description below. My only suggestion is that instead of choosing what color jewel we want to go inside it, that we'd be able to choose which color stickers we go on the side that gets taken off. Because I always solve the white side first, and, you know, all I gotta do is solve the first two layers, and I can still take off the bottom. So I may end up just taking off the tiles and then re-gluing them on, but still, I definitely recommend getting this puzzle. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you like, you can check out some of the other reviews I made in this playlist below, and you can even subscribe to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching.